Your weddings, your anniversaries, your baby showers, your gender reveal, your romantic occasions, or a simple I appreciate you. And the best part is, we deliver it to you. Contact Party Blasters Pro at 876-397-3578. That's 876-397-3578. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram at Party Blasters Pro. Let us celebrate value with you.
This is a public service announcement. If you're riding, please remember to wear your helmet. If you're driving, remember to fasten your seatbelt. Do not text while driving. Remember always to be on alert for any pedestrians. This has been a message from the Safety Department of Flexx FM.
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you worked around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane! You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advance loans.
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with TC. It's so funny though. Yesterday I was actually north, extremely north of Florida, and today I'm actually south of Florida. And I'm telling you, it was a journey. Not only a journey, ladies and gentlemen, it was also an experience, an eye-opening. So it was an eye-opening, not just for me, but for the entire team that went. For real. A lot of people put in some good work yesterday in making what we do here seems flawless, but it's not flawless, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be the first to let you know that. All right? However, I want to say thanks to everyone who viewed the show yesterday, who took the time out to share the show yesterday. It was very important that you guys share yesterday's show. And the reason why it was important for you to share yesterday's show is because of what we... Are we okay, producer? Okay, thank you. All right, so what we did, ladies and gentlemen, was trying to get up close and personal with our representative that represents us in the White House. And those who in office, those persons who you and I have elected. Now, catch a jits with this now. It was so much, it was such mind-boggling, ladies and gentlemen, when we tried to reach out to some of these individuals and the response that we have gotten. Now remember, it's just a little tiny us and a little dot, you know. A pimple isn't bigger than us, for now, all right? However, while we were there trying to talk with these representatives that's supposed to be working on our behalf, and they shy away from talking with us, then that tells me clearly, ladies and gentlemen, that they are not working on our behalf. And I said this yesterday while I was actually there at the Capitol in Tallahassee, that these persons, and I'm saying this in their establishment, you know, in their business. It's just like when Peter Touch said, light up your spliff, light up your chalice, and make a bonnet in a Buckingham Palace. For real. No. We are actually, and we try to give you a synopsis of the day activity as we go along. And we meet up with the, I'm going to tell you, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right names of the group that we were there with and the representative. It's the FRRC, ladies and gentlemen, Further Rights Restoration Coalition. All right, those are the people who we met up with. That's Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. All right, and that group is a group that's working hard behind the scene. Hundreds of people, ladies and gentlemen. And what they're actually doing is making sure that some of the stuff that you see happening, some amendment that is so unjust, like for example, one will go to prison and come back and it's like, you're a ghost. For real. They make it seem that even their family don't want to have anything to do with you. They don't want to associate with you. More than an outcast. And that's what they do. For real. No. We can sit here all day and say this and say that. But one thing I can tell you is that if you never wear a pair of that shoes before, you would not feel the way those hundreds of persons that I met with yesterday felt. And when I'm saying that these people that are, you know, spearlining or headlining this coalition, ladies and gentlemen, are working hard. Some of whom who have been in the predicament. I've met a pastor, ladies and gentlemen, that went to prison. And it's not until he came out of prison. He came out of prison in 1997. And 1999 he became a pastor. And guess what? This was held at a church that he ministered over yesterday. Yes. So people do rehabilitate, people do change, and that change comes from within. And I know that change doesn't come from the system, ladies and gentlemen. And I understand how the system operates. All right? I know that somebody that's put in something, come up with a crazy idea that's put in something and put it in, and once it's in, it's in. But let me tell you this. There are some things that need to be changed. We need persons out there to maintain the system. And this is why we elect these candidates to man and maintain these systems. And they are not doing a good job, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that much. They are not. And here's why I say that. Now, based on my observation yesterday, I know that when they come to work, what they do, they come to work on the books. When they come to work on the books, today we're gonna actually deal with, let's see, expanding wrongful incarceration. All right, so we're gonna work on expanding wrongful incarceration. And you come to them with a concern, and you said, listen, Barack Obama actually did that. You know, let's move past that and let's go to something deeper than that. Let's try to work on trying to get people reestablished back after incarceration. Let's do that. Let's try to see if we can put some funding, move some funding from here, put here, where we can have facilities that when them come out, even if they don't have a high school, even though now they're implementing this while they're in prison, when they come out, we can actually let them hit the ground running. You know what I mean? Those who go in with expired or invalid driver's license, let's see if we can, you know, reinstate these things while they are inside there. Let's see if we can get some stuff up. Let's see if them can get some credit, so when them come out, them can, you know, get a fresh start to life, because they've been locked away for months and years. Some 10, some 15, some 20, some 30 years. Now, I'm quite sure after 30 years being locked up in one place, confined in one place, coming out, things are going to be a whole lot different. So, why not prepare something where when they come out, they can hit the ground running and be constructive citizens in our society? It's simple. They can. All right? So, this is why the FRRC, ladies and gentlemen, working so hard. I never knew anything about this organization. I never knew anything about this group. When this group reached out to us, and we said, okay, yeah, let's do it. So yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, is the Restoration Coalition, and it's the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, which is the FRRC, Advocacy Day yesterday. Yes. And they were advocating for a lot of things on the books, of which I'm going to share with you in a minute. So I'm going to also share my personal experience that I had while I was there with some of the senates and some of the representatives, ladies and gentlemen. And these people are full of bullshit. Don't say that word, TC. Don't say it. For real. TC, it's best you take a sip of your coffee. Coffee calms me down. For real. It does calm me down. What I know about having bad days, it comes 10 times full. It doesn't just come today and then tomorrow it's good enough. Start up, I just start go bad, 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 bad. So I just start tumbling like a domino effect. But so when I drink coffee, a bad day seems like the start to a great day for me. For real. So I'm going to take another sip for that, with that being said. Ask me about my day in the chat room now. Go ahead, ask me. I'm having a good day. For real. Honestly. And it's just midday, halfway. We had left Florida, ladies and gentlemen, for a day. 24 hours and back. And this is what I like about this job. We can get in, get out, and we're back. We have a ton load of information for you. All right, so does the legislation support FRRC priorities, ladies and gentlemen? No, the priorities that they have, are numbers, and some of these numbers, ladies and gentlemen, you and I are not familiar with, and this is why we get lost in the pipeline sometimes, because if someone said to you, are you talking about the SB 346? What is SB 346? That's the question you probably ask, for real. Now, sentencing reform for drug laws, and then right beside it, they give you the Senate, which is a senator who actually deals with sentencing reform for drug laws. All right? Now, the senator that dealt with that is, I call him Mr. Bradley because they only have Senator Bradley there. All right? These are some stuff that we don't know. These are stuff that we not want, but need to know. This is a need to know basis, ladies and gentlemen, who deal with these things. Now, it's so funny that I have been talking with a lot of parents lately, and their sons and daughters have been mingling with these things, some unawarely. And their son either there hanging out with a certain crowd that drops something in a drink and say, this is what we're drinking and this is what we're smoking. And some can and some can't handle it. And then you find yourself as a parent now start to seek in counselor or therapy to deal with your sons and your daughters. However, if you're not that hyperactive parent, meaning that proactive parent that try to grab things early and try to sieve it out from early, then you're going to be that laid-back parent that is going to go down the pipeline, and they're going to fall in the line where you're going to be knowing what is SB 346. Because those laws are going to kick in now, and they're going to apprehend your sons and your daughters, and you want to know more about these laws when it comes down to that. And that is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to know. because sometimes these things happen in our real life. For real. Sometimes these things happen. So while we're going through these sheets and these things, and I'm saying to myself, why people wait until it impact them before they try to do something about it, when this is when the process takes longer, because now you have to start from scratch. Why not, even though it doesn't impact you, you get yourself together? It's like every time it's flu season coming around, you know, from when them advertise the flu shot, before the flu season, so they don't want it to get impact, then you're going to try to prevent it. No, they wanted to take the necessary measures first, so when the flu season come around, you're already protected. That's how it go. All right, so let's move it from the flu to these things that impact our lives on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna tell you this. I was actually talking with my mom last night, and I said to her, after expressing and sharing my experience with talking with these senators and representatives, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying to myself that she said to me, sometimes you have to know that this is why you need to understand the people and who you surround yourself with, and so forth. Yes, she is correct. However, in this day and age, you don't even have to associate yourself with the wrong crowd, you know. Sometimes you just have to either have the wrong hairstyle. Could be a dread. Could be a bald who likes to wear bandana. Could be somebody who likes to wear a hoodie. Do you know that this hoodie is stereotype? I was in a gas station. We pulled up at a gas station yesterday. An attendant in the gas station, because I have a hoodie over my head, this attendant, the man just steer me down. And it's two things I wonder. Because you know, so when you go up north and you're going west now, you're going now in a different neighborhood. So I'm wondering now, if this brother, is it my complexion or the fact that I have a hoodie over my head? Now, telling my mother that now, she gonna say, that's why, so I don't know why you gonna wear a hoodie over there. But no, I'm supposed to wear a hoodie if it's cold and my head is trimmed low. I should be can put my hoodie over my head to protect myself. That's how it go. However, I didn't get the chance to say to myself, you know what I'm gonna do? I really and truly, I didn't want to go into the store for really take a good look and wondering why is it that he is finding a problem with me wearing a hoodie. I didn't. But I tend to think that I've been stereotyped by wearing a hoodie, ladies and gentlemen. So, here's what I did. Fill my tank of gas, get in my car, and I continue my journey. However, this is why these things are important. That's why I address these things. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to be scared of wearing a hoodie when you buy a shirt with a hoodie. Who does that? Black guy with hoodie. What that mean? The stereotype thing. You see this politics thing with them and deal with, ladies and gentlemen, it's a joke. And here's why it's a joke. Because you have a group of people, LGBTQ or whatever more name, alright? That if that was happening to that group, that would have gone from the books and X off a long time done. Baduna said that, oh, there would be a law about stereotyping people with hoodie. So why the same can't apply for the other group? You know what I mean? For real, that, let's put the law in place where you don't have to be in fear if you buy a shirt with a hoodie. Are you wearing it certain places you have to say, boy, if I roll through this town, I can't put on, I have to take out my hoodie. No. So this is why we're having this conversation, so we can get past that, ladies and gentlemen. However, some of the persons that we have elected and put in office to make sure that when we are having issues with this and we bring it to you for a discussion, you sit down and you say, all right, I understand the problem. Let's go work on it. And then you know, in return, working on it, you send out these newsletters. Let us know the progress of it and what the result of it. We're not going to wait till one day we end up in our place and say, oh, you know, we didn't really put it through, but nobody voted on it, so it was shredded. No. We want transparency. That's what we want. So while we were there, ladies and gentlemen, I am understanding what is the SB, the HB, and all these abbreviations that goes with numbers, what it means and so forth. And you have the HB 259, expanding wrongfully incarceration compensation. All right, and then beside it, tell you who's the representative that dealt with that. All right, and then you have another one, sentencing reform, allowing people to earn, increase, gain time. All right, now that is something that needs to be explained to again, which I get to fully understand these things as we go along. And it goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. Eliminate this. All right, so there is HB 903, SB 1328. This is very important. Google this, research this. Most of you need to Google and research this one. It is HB 903 and SB 1328. And here's what this is for. This is so huge, ladies and gentlemen, that two representatives dealing with it. You have one representative and a Senate dealing with this. Representative Donalds and Senator Wright handling this. And I'm going to tell you about this now. So, eliminates the suspension of driver's license for unpaid fines/fees, not directly associated with diverse safety. Diverse safety, ladies and gentlemen. Now check this out. This is the one that I was very much going around trying to find the right person that is working on the behalf of us to eliminate this, not pause it, to eliminate this, because this right here, sir, is foolishness. This will take up the entire next segment of the show. A young man and a woman, your son and your daughter. Let's talk, let's reason, let's chat. Your son and your daughter in high school taking driver's ed, you taking time off, teaching your son and your daughter how to drive. All right? Your son and your daughter come out, get in a fender bender. First thing the insurance company, once you add your son and your daughter at that age to it, I got buff up the price because they call them high risk. Now, when an high risk person is added to your insurance now become a mortgage payment. I'm telling you. Now, with that being said, if you feel like, say, you know what, I can't manage this, and you're going to move, guess what happened? Even if your car that you have meet in an accident, listen now, the car that you have met in an accident, park up, and you see no need to keep the insurance for the next 2 months because the car is going to be out of commission, you're going to take Uber or so forth. The insurance company will cancel insurance because you don't pay for it. 1. 2, the next thing they send it to Tallahassee, same place where we were, and they now are going to send you a letter of revoking your driver's license because the insurance company had sent them a letter that you don't have insurance. Why should your driver's license be revoked for not having insurance on your car if it's by choice that you choose not to? Seriously, how does that make sense to you? Personally, it doesn't make any sense to me. If for whatever reason, financial reason, I'm gonna feel like say I can't wait him there, why should my driver's license be revoked? What if the job that I do now, I don't really drive my car, and that's the reason why, because I have the company car. No, let's be what-minded now. Well, you know me like to take 2 steps backward, to take 10 steps forward. And this is how we get ahead. What if the car that I'm driving frequently is the company car? So I see no need to put an insurance for my car for about the next 2-3 months for save money to do whatever probably needed to do. Who knows, probably my son needs something, I may save towards it, and I feel like if I'm cutting back, I should cut back here. Why? No, because I don't want the insurance anymore, or I just leave it. I don't even pay it for this month, because sometimes we do that. And we don't pay it for this month, and them right, the same month you don't pay it and them cancel it, and guess what happened? They now send a letter to Tallahassee. Tallahassee send a letter to you saying that they're suspending and revoking your license if you don't have proof of insurance. Now, is that right? Seriously? And not only do you now have to go get insurance for a car where you don't really use, but also they put on you have to pay the insurance fee and so forth. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I must say this to you. Some people may say that you can do it another way. Just pay off the insurance for the year. But those who have the money can do that, fine, you can do that. And if you want to put on the car and use it, fine, no problem. But what about those who don't have the money to do that? Those who just come out of prison and try build back. Cut costs here, cut costs there. But try to keep them head above the water. What about those who doesn't have it like that, but see the need to keep the light on instead of having the car, the insurance on the car? There's no need that their driving privilege should be suspended. What about those who drive for a living and because they have the company car, they don't see the need to be keeping insurance on this for 2-3 months until they're ready? It should be like that. This is a stick up. This is a hold up. For real. It is a hold up, ladies and gentlemen. When I say stick up, I mean a stick up. Let me tell you what is a stick up, my people. And this is very serious. Imagine unpaid child support. The first thing them do is suspend your driver's license. So you as a driver now that drive for a living, where you drive the public bus, you drive a tractor trailer, you drive a Uber or Lyft, or you drive the yellow cab. Now, them cut off your foot from in a knee right there, so, you know, by suspending your driver's license. You know. How them expect you to pay these fines? Or how them expect you to maintain these costs, which is paying your child support? How them expect you to do that? If that's the only method that they can reach out to. Why not try to create another method? Where if you pay late, then you got a late fee, and if 2 months pass, and so on. So, but one payment miss, and they'll do that to you. And I'm telling you, here's another thing now again now, ladies and gentlemen, which is the messed up part of all these things, all right? So, you have a court date. However, the information, you know, some people pen write things, and when them pen write things, and everybody have good penmanship. And the date you saw there, it wasn't really a 9, it was a 6, or it was a 7 that looks like a 9. And the date is confused. So you lock in a date that you saw there based on a typo, or should I say a penno. So what happened now, instead of you got the 11th, you got the 17th because it looked like it's a 7. Now what happened is, now them say, them are going to put a warrant out for your arrest. Why that's the first thing you have to do if somebody miss a court date? That's a foolishness, you know. Why the first thing you do is put a warrant out for that person arrest? Kill the individual already. For missing a court date, you don't even know what happened. Reschedule a second one, and if you miss the second one, there should be a 3-strike policy for something like this. You can't just say, all right, if you appear in a court this day, and so, I mean, no, say the reason why I'm not going so, because I'm the money maker that. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you never know, that's the city money maker, man. Those court appearances that you see people going to, you see people that pay some fee just to leave a dog in a car. Seriously? Or you may end up in prison. You see people that pay a fee just by walking across the wrong side of the street when them see it clear. I am seeing all these things and I'm saying to myself that, are these people serious? And we just sit on back and allow this thing to happen? And it's not until your son or your daughter or yourself meet in the predicament, that's when you want to be proactive about it. This is why when these people are doing these things, ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, it was very important for us to go and actually get a front seat of this advocacy day that they have yesterday. Because my eyes are wide open now. Now I know what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Some serious shit are going on that we need to keep focus and pay attention to. I'm telling you. Alright? Now, eliminates the suspension of driver's license for unpaid fines/fees and directly associated with diver safety. Now, what the hell is diver safety? Check this out. You know, I got charge me a fee for not wearing my seatbelt. You listen, you hear, let me rephrase that. Or better yet, let me repeat that. You, the government, want to charge me a fee for not wearing my seatbelt for my safety. It's my safety, you know. Bossy, if I am a doctor, say you tell me, say doctor should have charge a fee or suspend some people driver's license now. If every time I prescribe a medicine fee and you don't take it, then doctor should have started take those measures then. That's how it go. If a doctor prescribe a medicine for you and you don't take it, you should be pay a fine or a fee. Or you get your license revoked or suspended. Or a warrant should be issued for your arrest. Because you're in danger to your health. All who's not eating vegetable and all those things. Some fat people will now use up the gym. You should be fined and pay a fee. Or have your license revoked. Because we're talking about your health. For real. Who knows? Maybe them have that working on in the city, in Tallahassee. Maybe they're working on a budget or a bill to pass where that can come to law. And guess what? And if something foolish, some foolishness like that should come to law or come to pass, would a song say me and accept it? Boy, I don't want to pay no fee, no. So here me I go do, me I go to the gym, I go work out. Boy, I don't want to pay no fee, no. So when the doctor prescribes something, I just gotta take it. It's your health. However, again, it's your body. You should take it if you feel pleased to. It's like you go to the hospital, keep saying. And I'm quite sure a lot of people who I know that work in the hospital field, a hospital can't force you to take no medicine, you know. A hospital cannot force you to take any antibiotic or anything. You have your rights. Where are your rights now, where this is concerned? Where are those rights? We don't have none, ladies and gentlemen. For real. These people act like them own us. In a real life, they're acting as if they own us. We have to stand. For real. And I really appreciate how the people have come out in their numbers yesterday. I really appreciate how they took a stand. I really appreciate how them take it to the representative and the senators. I really appreciate how now they're showing them how serious they are. Imagine, I met a gentleman yesterday. And probably you have seen this because we were actually streaming it live. And he said to me that he got his license suspended while he was in prison, you know. 20 years ago, you know. And he's finding it very difficult to get it reinstated. Why? When could I do so? That's him can get him driver's license reinstated. And every time him call these people, and me now call the DMV them in this neighborhood, you know, I call the city itself, you know, the head, and getting the run around. Why? I'm telling you, they don't see these people as people anymore. Them give them a new name, returned citizen. And imagine a man in a prison that doesn't have an income. Listen, you know. A man is in prison that doesn't have an income. And he owes some fees and fines. I think it was court costs. And because of that, ladies and gentlemen, his license was revoked. Now remember, you know, whatever he did, you know, he actually went and paid the price for that, you know. So yeah, tell me now, if this man get locked up for 10, 11, 15 years, that's not paid in full? Seriously? Whatever it is that him do, when you done and the jury and everything find this man guilty, and you said 10, 15 or 20 years, him still have to come out come pay whatever him owe you for use the court? Seriously? And I thought those were added in the all those administration fees were added into the years and that him pay. Sit down in there and pay the price for. I thought so, to be honest with you. However though, I'm gonna say this to you, that change can be made. But if you feel like change is gonna be made, it's not gonna be made up there where we went yesterday. No. It's not gonna be made there. Ladies and gentlemen, change is gonna be made. It's gonna be made locally here. In your city. In your town. Yes. If change is gonna be made, that's where it's gonna be made. I'm telling you. So there's some other stuff here that need to address, and I'm so shocked that these things are even on books, and these things are even passed as bills, ladies and gentlemen. I am here wondering who got in bed at night thinking about these laws and create these laws, and who actually sit down and sign off to them. For real, I'm shocked. Now, reform that infringe on the ability of citizens to initiate citizens ballot initiatives, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that is something I would, of course, support and not oppose. I strongly believe that people should even have the right, even if them get locked up for 30 days, the privilege to vote should not be taken away from them. And I believe that. And it's a method when they try it, because them notice a set of party go for a party have a set of people. Like, for example, and may I speak it raw. Democrats would have a lot of African Americans that voted for them based on how they feel on the policies. However, if we can get out most of them African American, we can lessen the votes for the Democrats. I'm just speaking it is. I am not neither or. No. I am not Republican nor Democrat, let me say that. However, ladies and gentlemen, if we can get out most of them and keep them locked up, or even when them come out, them not have the right for vote, then it will give us a fighting chance for win back the election. And the party in power, they will do that. For real. Now, I'm not sure if the Democrats do it in reverse. If we can lock up as much white as we can and make them keep that on the books, so when them come out, them can't vote, it will give us a chance to win the vote. It can go vice versa. But this is how those two people up there, those two houses, those two medium, those two platforms, those two pillars are playing with our lives. Yes, for real. And this is how they are playing with our lives, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I say that we now should understand. A lot of people I know that have been in the predicament that come out of prison, and I've seen so many of them yesterday. A lady, she was so frustrated, and not just man, you know, a woman too, a man. Very frustrated about even getting something expunged. It's been over 20 years, and these things are still on your records, preventing you from living in a community where you feel like you should live, preventing you from getting a job that you think that you're worthy of, preventing you from even seeing your kids, your family. A joke thing, this man. And you can go and sit down there too. You will listen, can go and sit down there and support this foolishness. Because most of them just sit down there and say, boy, TC, you're right, you know. But what are you doing? For real, when election time come, you go there and you stick your back, you know, take the day and go and vote. Listen, why not one election everybody just sit back? No Republican, no Democrat, no independent. Just sit back. And nobody no got the poll. Make them got the poll. And see. Because them say if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. And when you do vote, you still don't have a voice. What's the use? Seriously. I would love to know. What's the use? What are we doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, sentencing reform, we need to address that. Administration reform, we need to address that. Driver's license reform, we need to address that. The driver's license reform, ladies and gentlemen, is HB 903/SB 1328. We need to address that. Compensation for wrongful incarceration, ladies and gentlemen. Now, compensation for wrongful incarceration simply means if you incarcerate me wrongfully, and if when I was outside being a good citizen, I was making 3 figures for any amount a year. If annually I was making 300,000, you should pay me 300,000 for every year we're gone. So times that up, 300,000 annually. So if for 10 years we spend times 300 times 10. For real. That's all we should be compensated. There's no leeway. It's like Garrett said something to me. So why is it when we do lotto, the government takes so much from it and them not analyze them a bit? For do where them take money from it for? Ladies and gentlemen, here I go on. We have so much to go through right here, so a ton load. We're gonna pay some bills and come right back at you. So stick and stay, don't move a muscle, alright? You're flexing with yours through TC the Captain right here on Lunch with TC, all courtesy of Taco Wings and things. We'll be right back after this quick community break. I'll be back.
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best. And no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you worked around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advanced loans.
It's insightful, it's factual, it's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
I think I'm a little bit hot, too loud. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Of course, if you just joined us, you're on the second hour of Lunch with TC. For those of you who just share, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't shared it, now is a good time to continue sharing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to reiterate what we went over earlier, and so you can catch up for those of you who are just joining us. I just want to remind you that this program is brought to you by Taco Wings and Things. They're conveniently located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard, and that's in the city of Lauderdale, ladies and gentlemen. That's right here between 55th and 56th Avenue of Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderdale. Again, the number to call Taco Wings and Things is 754-779-7866. That's 754-779-7866. Now you can call ahead and place your order. It will be hot and ready waiting for you when you get there. Or if you want it delivered to you, you can call that same number, which is 754-779-7866, and have them deliver. Ask if they deliver in your geographic area. Simply mean if you live in Coral Springs, but doubt them are going to deliver to you in Coral Springs because it will be cold by the time they get there. But if you're anywhere within that area, which is 5 to 10 minutes, I think they will definitely extend the gratitude by coming out and dropping off your lunch, especially if you're at work, you know what I mean? So, utilize the number, ladies and gentlemen. Let me repeat that number. 754-779-7866. Again, 754-779-7866. Taco Wings and Things, they are putting our taste bud to the test. All right, remember now, if you want that discount, you don't even need a coupon. All you have to do is say that you heard it right here on Flexx FM, ladies and gentlemen. And that's your discount coupon right there, all right? Remember, let them know that you heard it right here. All right? Cool. So, for those of you who are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, what we were discussing on the other side of the hour was we went to Tallahassee yesterday at the Capitol, and we went to speak with, the Senate and the representative. And those individuals, we didn't even get to speak with any of the senators or the representatives. And here's why. Because I think that they were shying away from having that conversation with us. And the reason for them to shy away from having that conversation with us, because I think that they didn't have answers to the question that some of them know that we were going to ask. Now, A lot of people, they should have made themselves accessible to the masses that were there yesterday. I'm quite sure that they wouldn't get to talk with everybody because there were hundreds of people there, but at least some with some deep concern, especially that individual that I have talked. If I could have made the time to talk with some of these persons, then they could have done so too, because it's their job more so than mine. You know, they are representing the people. Now, these persons are persons who have been convicted at some point in their life, did their time, come out, and trying to be upstanding citizens, but it's been difficult. Some people have been, depending on the crime that they commit, have been flagged in such a way that they can't even travel. I've got to understand, some people still can't even get their documents. Why are you holding back on the opportunity of this person to make something of themselves, to make a man or a woman of themselves? Sometimes if you really check the nature of the case to how they got locked up and how they actually went in there, it is so sad. That's somebody going for unpaid ticket. You're going to do 90 days to a year and a half to 12 months, and for unpaid ticket, there must be a better method that we can use, man, to get these unpaid tickets paid. Locking up is not the solution. However, that's just my opinion, because for them, it is the solution for them to make money more than one way. One, they're going to make money from you utilizing the court, so you're going to owe them. One. Two, they're going to make money by you being incarcerated, because these prisons have been privatized now and everybody have make money across the board. Three, the officer will do the arrest and I go meet him quarter. Four, the lawyer, when we can't get the offer, I have to get him 33% regardless. And five, the judge will get him paid. So everybody upon their team benefits now. But want to you, your family, we are going at them pocket for them last. Some people are cancelling life insurance policy. If you say them can't use the money if you get them son or daughter out of jail. A joke thing that in a real life. For real. Some people have some serious mental issue and commit some crime that can be pushed to the side based on the fact of their mental situation. But because it's not their son and daughter, if it was their son and daughter though, remember, what would have happened is they would have said, oh, you have a mental issue, and that would be excused. So therefore, the best thing for us to do is to put him into a mental institute where he can get better, he can be better supervised and get better treatment and care. And furthermore, let's give him a temporary Medicare card too while we're at it. Let's throw that in. But if I'm my son or your daughter, forget about that, I'm telling you, that won't work. Like for example, so I went to see two persons, Representative Donalds, because he's the one that dealing with this reform here, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the driver's license reform, HB 903/SB1328. All right, so there's two persons working on that bill to get that reform. All right, to get that passed, which is Representative Donalds and Senator Wright. Now, I didn't get to talk with none of the two of them. I only talk with some little people who work for them, such as their assistants. So, I'm going to ask questions to the assistants. Why is it that I can't get to talk with this brother? As a matter of fact, one person in our office, and look how serious this is. I think we have footage of that on Facebook, One person is in our office, which is, I think, is Mr. Donalds, and the person called him. He didn't pick up because he was in there on a call. So I saw the person take a key out, open the door, listen, open that goddamn door, go inside, close it back, and then come out and say, well, he's on a call now and he's getting ready to go to some conference or some function, and that's going to last around 20, if I can come back 3:30. Brethren, I don't live up that side. We took the time out to come all the way up there to see you. At least have the decency and the courtesy to see me for even 60 seconds to hear what my issue is. At least 60 seconds. It take me almost half a day to get up here to talk to you. For you shun me off like that within itself is disrespectful. Representative Donaldson, for real, or Donalds. That's disrespecting, and you shouldn't be representing anybody if you don't have time for the people. You shouldn't be working on behalf of nobody but yourself and your family. You shouldn't even be in the position that you are in. An assistant have to take a key out of a drawer. That means you even lock all your door and open the door, go in there for you tell her, say, go tell me that. That's disrespectful, man. We're here to talk to you, to have a discussion. 60 seconds won't kill you. Move on from that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go down the hall and go over the other side because the representative is on one side and of course the senators are on another side. We'll go over the other side to speak with the senator, which is Senator Wright now. Senator Wright was actually out at the time, but I'm quite sure he could be reached. If it was a fire drill, they would have reached. You know what I mean? So I talked to, first I run into a young lady that's at the front desk in his office. I have about around 3 to 4 persons working with him. So I guess most of these delegates have 3 to 4 persons assisting them. So therefore, he wasn't there. I don't know if he gone to the restroom or to lunch. So I was actually buying time to see if he run out briefly to come back. So while he was there, I was actually talking with, some of the persons that are there. So when I'm talking to them, oh yeah, we are actually working on that bill right now as we speak. Are you talking about Bill HB 903, SB 1328? Yes, we actually send that. And this is how them are talking. No, you think me an idiot? Seriously. You're working on the bill. All right, so I said, let me ask you a question off the record. She said, your cameras are still rolling. I said, okay, so let me ask you a question quietly. Have you ever gotten your license revoked or suspended? No, this person could have never answered the question. And the reason why I asked that question, because then I would understand that if you're working on the bill, the urgency that you would put behind working on the bill. But you couldn't answer the question because what? Because you know that you have never met in a predicament. So you have never gone to the DMV to say you want your license to be reinstated. You don't know what that feel like. How privileged are some of us? Seriously. How privileged are some of us? Now imagine, if she probably did the same thing, or he did the same thing that I have done, that required for my license to be suspended or revoked. Based on who their boss is, you know it not gonna get that far. For real. You know it will not get that far. I'll send in a good recommendation. For real. So, while I'm there in Tallahassee yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, covering the story live here, I said to the young lady, have you ever gotten your license suspended or revoked? And she if I'm but, and I said, you're stuttering. So when you're trying to find an answer to give me, because obviously, based on how you have tried to find an answer to give me now, tells me that you have never been in that predicament before. So how is it that you feel or know the urgency of this, the reform of this bill right here? I don't understand. Now, it's driver's license reform, ladies and gentlemen, and what it really is actually having, it is, let me, what it does, it eliminates the suspension of driver's license for unpaid fines and fees. That's what it does. Because some people lose them driving privilege for unpaid fine and fees, which is court costs. I met a gentleman who has served him time 20 years now. He might try to get back his license and everything and can't get back. And the only reason why they don't want to hear nothing from him because they still have an outstanding balance for court costs. God damn. For court costs? And the man just do some serious time? That should have been sponged. That should have been sponged. He have been out. He said he has been incarcerated in the 1980s. Him come out in the 1990s. And now it's 2020. And the man still try to get back in license. I know I blocked the brother because the brother still have court costs, fees outstanding out there. Which him been incarcerated. That should have been sponged already. Now him need to go get some money now for pay a lawyer to work on his behalf to get this in sponge. Seriously? Really joke thing that, ladies and gentlemen, trust me. Now, The driver's license reform is a very serious thing. The bill allows the court to excuse the balance of fees, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, all right? Now, the bill allows the court to excuse the balance of fees and fines owed by an individual, right? If he or she makes consecutive monthly payment under a payment plan. That sounds like a good idea. No, for real. Let me repeat that for you. What this bill does, ladies and gentlemen, it says the clerk of court should establish a uniform payment plan for court-related fees, services and charges, costs and fines for individuals who are indigent. The bill allows a court to excuse the balance of fees and fines owed by an individual if he or she makes consecutive monthly payments under a payment plan. Now, this bill also allows the court, upon determine that an individual is unable to comply with a payment plan. Now, check this out. This is what I like, to modify the plan or convert to community services an amount owed for fees. Now, you really think the court are going to really allow you to do community services to get those fees out? So it's like we're going to do some barter now. You do some community services and we get rid of the cost for the equivalent of what you owe us. Enjoy that. Get out of here. For real. Now, I really support that bill. And that's the bill that, of course, Senator Wright is working on, trying to get passed, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's other things that are associated with this bill, and such as, if you are not paying your child support on time, they suspend a driver's license. If you doesn't have car insurance, they suspend a driver's license. And for all these suspension, there must be a way that they can work this out differently. For me, who see the seatbelt thing, that to me is foolishness. Abdullah can tell you. Abdullah knows say certain bull crap, I don't really deal with that, I don't to digest that properly. I'm allergic to certain foolishness. And let me explain this to you, ladies and gentlemen. For one, if you don't want to wear your seatbelt, that should be your business. You're not endangering anybody but yourself. So with that being said, one should not be paying a fine for not wearing seatbelt. Seatbelt laws, it's not like it's like these people are not child. This is why a seatbelt is in a car, for your safety. Do you find a car company that their airbag is not effective, or is it defective? Do you find a company for it? So tell me now, my thing is, if one want to or don't want to, that's up to you. But I don't see why one should pay a fine for not wearing a seatbelt. No. This is why I would bring in this on the books now as a fine. If you're there and you have your seatbelt on and your son or daughter in the back seat doesn't have his or her seatbelt on, then you deserve a fine because you're endangering the child. That is a total different reasoning. If you don't want to wear yours, it's fine. But if there's a child in the car that doesn't have the seatbelt on, I'm going to fine you, the driver. So it's your duty as a driver to turn behind you and say, put your seatbelt on. And to ensure that your son and your daughter have them seatbelt on. That is endangering the life of your child. But you're a big man and big woman, if you want to get endanger yourself for your business, that I'm not supposed to pay a fine for I'm supposed to know the importance of wearing a seatbelt. You don't need to fine me for that. But you see, all these signs come up, oh, wearing seatbelt is a law. And what kind of law? Make it be a law for the kids who are not wearing a seatbelt. Yes, but not for the driver. Have some common sense, man. Lord Jesus. And then when you find people now, this is how you can end up getting your driver's license suspended or revoked, ladies and gentlemen. When you get these tickets and stuff. And sometimes you have to understand too, some tickets where you're assigned to, Some of them you have to tell them say you want. And then again, if you got contested in a court, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to pay the court costs. Because if you don't pay the court costs, they might either end up in jail for a couple of days, pay a fine, get the license revoked or suspended. And you tell me, so this is not a communist country? A joke. All of that sounds like communist to me, if you ask me, for real. Now, compensation for wrongful incarceration, ladies and gentlemen. Extended filing deadline for petition claiming wrongful incarceration and removes eligibility requirement relating to persons' conduct before persons wrongfully convicted or incarcerated. Now, Florida is the only state that has this look-back provision, which block people who have been wrongfully incarcerated from applying for compensation. Allah ya tell. So we need to move from Florida then. That's what we need to do. If Florida is the only state that have this, ladies and gentlemen, that means say if you get locked up in a Florida, you know, with your Floridian address, you know, and it's by all means wrong and it can be proven, let the evidence show that it's the wrong person I'm getting. You did 10, 15 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let the record show that you're getting back nothing. You try make sure you have something in your pocket when you come out to even pay them back. Some people go insane and come out insane, so they need therapy now. For real. Let the record show, ladies and gentlemen. It says here, extend filing deadline for petition.
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.
So, last year you worked around the clock to ensure that this tax season you see a return that may help you to purchase that car that you're longing for, or help you to pay down that interest rate on that mortgage. Well, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, they call that insane. You know what else is insane? All-in-one multi-tax services. All-in-one multi-tax services help you get the most of your return, serving the 52 state nationwide. For information and direction, you can contact Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. That's 754-204-1610. Or stop on by their office at 3888 West Commercial Boulevard in the city of Tamarack. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC gives you the best of your return, offering services that goes above and beyond. So don't hesitate to call Marilyn Johnson at 754-204-1610. All-in-one multi-tax services LLC. Don't forget to ask about our advanced loans.
It's insightful. It's factual. It's Flexx News and Sports Daily at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. on the only station that matters, Flexx FM.
The following program contains language and scenes that some viewers might find objectionable. Discretion in viewing is advised.
Welcome back. All right, cool. So, Opal, thank you very much, sweetheart, for that acknowledgement. And because our producer saw that, we move swiftly in making sure that we re-energize our thing for real. Okay. All right. So, before we left, I was actually telling about compensation for wrongful incarceration. This was a big thing yesterday in the rally, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the FRRC. And what they were doing, and if you're wondering what the FRRC is, it's a Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And this group are working on the behalf of a lot of people who probably you don't know, but people you pass every day, some of your co-workers who don't really talk about them situation that they're actually in. They are going through some predicament, and I'm telling you, with information like this is what we need to know, this is what we need to have, and this is why we got here to talk with these representatives who are working on our behalf to make sure that we can get some compensation for wrongful indictment, for wrongful incarceration, ladies and gentlemen. Now, compensation for wrongful incarceration. Now, extend filing deadline for petitioner claiming wrongful incarceration and remove eligibility requirement relating to persons conduct before persons wrongfully convicted. Now, the conviction or incarceration. Florida is the only state that has this look back. Now, this look back provision, ladies and gentlemen, which block people who have been wrongfully incarcerated from applying for compensation. Opal, let me see who I actually have in here. If it's that's Opal Monroe Barnes. Welcome. Now, he who feels it knows it. People like them don't need to represent nobody. And I'm telling you this, Opal, they don't. Because they are not working on our behalf. And this is why we need to talk to our local legislators here, which that's what we went up there to do, to get to reason with them and realize that they don't even want to reason with us. However, they have them local assistants that assisting them working with us who probably don't even know much about the bill. Because they're not seeing nothing much from the bill. Oh, no. Your local mayor, your local councilman and woman, we need to get behind those people too and let them know that, listen, don't even stick nothing up in my yard because I'm going to drive around and move everything where you put up. And here's why I'm going to do that. Because you people just come around a year time to do this foolishness, and then when you get elected now, we don't say no. We not do this and do that. There's more important things that are on the books that need to be addressed. You don't need to go vote and stuff like this. You need to take our concerns and our risks and the things that are bothering us and our issues up to the capital and let them know that in your constituency this is a major issue. You talk about immigration and major issues. You talk about deportation and major issues. You talk about wrongful conviction and major issues. You talk about the court system, the policing. These are issues that we need to have answers to, and we're not getting any answers. So who do we talk to? We can't talk to the policeman. Most of these policemen and women are our brothers and sisters, our sons and our daughters, our mothers and fathers. They know what's going on and what's happening. Them can't do nothing. Them just get indicted into a system that is implemented. That them say, put this uniform on, wear this cap, bring this gun, go out there and do this. You get this amount of month time, you get this amount of year time. And that's it. Some of them want to make changes, but everything is on the line. Like, for example, our president just the other day, just after one person or so or more who stands for the right thing and say, listen, I think what this president does, this action was wrong. How many people get fired because them take a stand? And this is why most of them behave the way them behave. So it no matter if it's right or wrong, them not care. Them just want to know them have them job because they're thinking about their livelihood. What about yours? What about your livelihood? They're thinking about theirs, you know. And this is how selfish it is for you to send out your local representative to come talk on behalf of you, who doesn't know much about the bill, to come say that, oh, he's in a meeting now and he'll be back this time. No, I don't want to hear that. That's why I asked the question, have you ever gotten your license suspended or revoked before? And clearly it was a no, based on her answer. She doesn't want to answer that on air. She doesn't want to talk. What? Because it has never been, minister not wrong, it's not a crime. And many people get them license revoked or suspended. What's that? Record numbers of persons who does that. But if the unfair part about it is, it's only certain people. Persons like you don't, because of who you work for and where you work at. So even if you do something wrong, you know how to go in the system and say, all right, take this out, take that out, and do this and do that. And we understand that. Yeah, those are the privileges few. So you are in that bracket of privileges. But what about those underprivileged? Persons like me and others who have concerns. And this is why we come to you and ask, what are you doing on the behalf of us? Now, seal and expunge, ladies and gentlemen. That's another thing that we need to address. When we talk about seal and expunge, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about if you do a crime. Like, for example, let's use a credit card system, for example. Say you messed up your credit with AT&T or a foreclosure home or something. And 10 years pass. That's supposed to drop off your credit 7 years after, you know. However, for some people not knowing, it will be on your credit as long as you don't dispute it. And it keep coming up and showing up and blocking you for future purchases. Wrong. Totally wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It coming up, blocking you for future purposes. Now, you have to go get somebody like TBTs and Coffee Barns, don't try to get these things off of your credit because they do credit repair. So you have to go check with them now to try to get this off of your credit, and then them are going to charge you a fee now. So it costs you, look, you already do the time, you know. You do without this for 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years. You do without this thing here. And you still have to go pay Coffee Barns and TBT them for get this off of your credit. You see how messed up it is? So these seals and expunge thing, we need to know and understand more about these things. This is why it's important that you watch these shows like the Coffee and Tea Time show. It's important that you watch the Andrew Mirage shows. It's important that you watch the Real McCoy show. It's important that you watch the 10 Miller Live show. These shows that we broadcast here, it's important that you watch these shows because these shows educate you and inform you about how to go about getting ahead of these things, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I can understand. If you feel like sending us there chat, there's a million more pages you can go to be honest with you. But don't wait until the day when that incident or situation knock on your door, then you're going to try search back for the video. Yeah, let me go up on FlexFM.online and see if I can go on video on demand and see if them load this show and see who we can call or where we can go to. Ladies and gentlemen, do not wait. I have seen thousands of persons yesterday that have situations that they have gone and they paid their dues. Some who have been wrongfully incarcerated. Some justice was served. However, they have no problem in doing the time. They did the time and come back. But now that they're back, Lord Jesus, man. You have some persons in there that the time when you give them, it's not even a fear. Somebody who probably do a shoplifting. I got to do 15 years for shoplifting. What the hell? Who does that? A joke thing that. And you have nobody in there sitting in that chair every day around that office using that phone and having that big laugh and swiping that card that taxpayers like you and I are paying these people to work and fight on our behalf. Enjoying our taxpaying money, not doing a goddamn thing for us. For real. Now, the prison reform thing, ladies and gentlemen, where the voting system, just recently they have actually gone ahead and trying to make it legal for prisoners that has done their time and come out and now are upstanding citizen again can be eligible to vote. Now, if you have been in that situation, then I think that there's information out there that you should try to acquire to find out how you can go about getting back your voter's registration ID, ladies and gentlemen, and to find out how you can start utilizing or exercising your voice, your right to vote again. Because not because you were incarcerated, that doesn't mean you doesn't have a say. You do have a say. But we need now to find out how we can go about getting our voters registration back, or for those persons. You know, it's just like a woman here in the country, married to a man. This man have filed for her, and for some reason, this man commit a crime. She didn't commit a crime, you know. She wasn't even an accomplice, you know. However, he is the one that filed for her through marriage. He got incarcerated, and now the immigration tell this individual he or she have to go back home now. Why? Because the person that married to you is incarcerated. There must be a way that something can be worked out, because if the individual already live here, why they have to go back home? If the person incarcerated for a year or two and this person is working and coping, then find a way to make the person be an upstanding citizen and continue paying he or her taxes. You know what I mean? And be constructive to society, contributing in one way or the other by being employed and by paying their taxes. Now, if that no common sense, ladies and gentlemen, it can't get no more layman terms than that, you know. Honestly, it cannot get any more layman terms than that. For real. So, these are some of the stuff them that I actually put my X beside and I support, ladies and gentlemen. For real. Now, there's a whole lot more now. Now, second chance job and job licensing reform. Hey. The list goes on, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Allowing returning citizens, the new name I'm going to tell you what them give them now, returning citizens. Allowing returning citizens to apply for occupational license by the state so they may work to increase job in the state. Now, I support that. And that's something that your senator them should have support too. Why wouldn't you want to support someone getting out of prison and be constructive to society? Coming out and doing. Listen, a man of a trade, meaning a skill of being an engineer, but cannot be an engineer or perform as an engineer because he was incarcerated and that come up on his record. He has been incarcerated for over a couple of years and that's still on his record and haven't been expunged. Still sealed and expunged. We need to understand these things, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get these things off these people's record so they can be constructive to society. For real. Now, for returning citizens that coming back, coming out of the prison system into society, needed to know how them can get back on them foot by no means of wanted to buy a car, buy a house, can support their family that they have left for so many years. Now them have to go play catch up. Those who have been incarcerated and had child support, while incarcerated, the fees keep going up. Why didn't the fee freeze knowing that this person was locked up? Here a story that I've heard recently, ladies and gentlemen. So, a young man that was locked up, he wasn't locked up, he was shot and killed while on probation. However, the probation officer still called the person, the mother, the home that he used to be at before he was, before he died, and a follow-up on probation. No, you tell me now. No, seriously. This is how the system is, you know. This young man was on probation. He died. An accident, a shooting accident occurred. He was pronounced dead. And these officers are still conducting parole behaviors, still making the necessary phone calls, and the mother have to tell them that, yeah, you can go down a cemetery so and serve him whatever people you want to serve him. So this not showing on the record, on the database that this individual is deceased. This is show you the kind of thing where we work with, you know, man. Seriously, this is what we're working with, ladies and gentlemen. The man dead and him die while being on parole, and them still conduct the parole system same way. So how do you get him off even when him dead? You know what I mean? So who have to do that now? The mother have to run around and do that? I never the mother put him in the system. Oh no. So we have to find a way of make the system a way that when somebody is deceased. And this is how them continue taking people money sometime to, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, man. This is how they are. And this is some of the things that we have to be mindful of. Trust me on that. Alright? So, civil rights reform, ladies and gentlemen. This bill requires that a person who has had their voting rights restored is also qualified to serve as a juror. No, it funny that because I've heard the jury question the marks while they're going on jury. If you think that a man is incarcerated before, should he be eligible to serve as a juror because of his previous incarceration, his previous situation? Of course, I think as long as he has been inducted back in the Hall of Citizenship, as you like to call it, I think that all rights should have been given back to him, just like how all right was taken from him. It's only fair. It is only fair that him can vote, him can do it, him can be juror, and him can also, because I think he would be the better candidate, so if you ask me, because guess what? He have the experience on both sides of the fence. He has been tried by a jury before. So for me, I would say, if I've been wrongfully tried by some jury, I'm not going to go with a malicious action for say because a jury wrongfully convicted me. I'm going to go in there, go do the same thing. And everybody stays so. Every dog have them there, ever push them 4 o'clock, you know. Saying that to say this is that, and everybody think the same way that you think because of that. And we do that, we stereotype a lot. This is why I say with the hoodie, it come right back to the woody conversation that I was describing to you on the previous hour. We stereotype too much. Not because the person is incarcerated, that simply means that this person is a menace or this is the demon themselves. They go inside there to be rehabilitated, ladies and gentlemen. So you don't trust the rehabilitation process? Is it that you don't trust this rehabilitation process, that they're not fully rehabilitated? Why you treat them that way when them come out? That means you need to reconstruct that process then, if it's not working, if you're going to think that way. Because I really do think that if I put in a system that I want the employees to go by, I would trust that once they have studied the system and learn and understand it, they will make sure that it works to the best of its ability. This is why when you lock someone up, it's to rehabilitate them. That's what you said. And if you give them that much time, you see the need for them to stay that much time, because it's going to take that much time for them to be rehabilitated. Now when them come out, you still have the doubt. That means you need to get rid of the prison system then. Because if you yourselves doubt it that it's not working, we don't need to have it then. You need to get rid of the prison system. If you think that when one is out, they're not fully rehabilitated, then you need to get rid of it, man. No, for real. It's like if something not working, what you do with it? Get rid of it, man. And clearly this is not working. If you yourself having doubts that you don't think that when one has been incarcerated, then they should deserve to vote and to serve as a juror. For real. Now, and I support that bill because it's one or more step to making the returning citizen whole and part of their community again. For real. Constitutional amendment, ladies and gentlemen, proposed by Initiative. Now, constitutional amendment opposes by Initiative, ladies and gentlemen. This is HB 7037/SB 1794. All right. Now, this bill raises the threshold for the number of signatures required to get a Supreme Court review from 10% to 50% of petitioners necessarily to get on the ballot. Yes, it allows the supervisor of election to change actual costs to verify a petition, reduce the time that a signature is valid, and generally makes it harder for citizens to initiate a ballot initiative. Oh, Jesus. Why? I'm going to do a Nancy Pelosi and just rip this up. For real. So that's what I'm going to do. How can you, and this is the thing that them do, you know. I mean, I know who, no, you don't let me correct that. I know who. Give me a zoom on this then, please. Could you zoom in on this for me? I want you to zoom in on this page. I want to show my viewers. All right, right there. Right there is good. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of your state representatives. These are some of the persons who actually are working on your behalf. And I'm going to tell you this. If you live in Key West, if you live in Tallahassee, if you live in Jacksonville, if you live in Tampa, if you live in Orlando, if you live in Central Florida, you may not know none of these persons here on this list. Could you zoom in a little bit more? Thank you. All right. Look at these individuals, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm quite sure you know none of these individuals. Not one. Look, take a close look. Look at the name and look at the party they represent and what they represent. All right? Now, these persons are here, the Florida Senate 2018 to 2020, you know none of these persons, ladies and gentlemen. Representative and senators. All right? All right, so you can zoom out now. I actually took this, ladies and gentlemen, from the office, from the Capitol yesterday. So I can have a facial, you know what I mean? I can have a visual of who are the person that I'm looking for. So if I should even see them walking on the hallway and them a try run, because one thing we can tell you, when at times like this and them move fast, you know, very fast. Either them a run or try to catch elevator and them moving swiftly. All right? Now, I knew none of these persons until yesterday. I take a look at these pictures and I said to myself that these are the persons who are representing us. These are the persons who are writing these bills. These are the persons who are working to either support or oppose these bills. And I know that none of you out there that's watching right now know none of these persons. Real talk. Now, it's important for you to know these persons who are working on your behalf. For real. What they do, what they represent, who are Democrat, Republican, what district they are from, and you probably don't even know who is from the Miami district. For real. From the Miami district 39, Representative Flores. Who knows her? Let me look for Fort Lauderdale. Now, and of course, Flores is a Republican, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna, for Plantation, a Democrat who goes by the name of Book, last name is Book, District 32. All right? West Palm Beach, Mr. Powell, who is a Democrat, District 30. All right? North Miami, for those of you who live in North Miami, Pizzo, Democrat, District 38. And I'm coming in now. I am looking for Fort Lauderdale. You probably ask, why am I laughing? Don't. Can we find Fort Lauderdale now? District 33, ladies and gentlemen. Democrat. Thurzan. For real. Now, it's funny. This person represents Fort Lauderdale. And it's Thurzan. And nobody knows who Thurzan is. Who is Thurzan? For real. We need a direct number to Thurzan because he's representing us, especially District 33, Fort Lauderdale. And you know, it's the first you probably hear that name, right? Let me show you the Fort Lauderdale District 33 representative, ladies and gentlemen. Let's zoom in right here. All right, so let me put it here. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your representative. All right? Yes, District 33, Thurston. All right? So Mr. Thurston, ladies and gentlemen, is your representative. So Thurston is the person who we should be calling. We should have that person number. Do you have that person number, Mr. Thurston number? No. But if you should go to Tallahassee, that's the person that you would want to look for. Mr. Thurston is a Democrat, and the District 33, Fort Lauderdale, is where he is governed. Then there's Delray, there's others from Miami, from different districts in Miami, from Tampa, from Orlando, from Stewart, from Petersburg, from Ilea. No, I didn't even know there's an island called Fleming Island here in Fort Lauderdale, or in Florida, but there is. All right, and there's Clearwater, there's Plantation, there's so many other, but we don't know these individuals, ladies and gentlemen. So it's very important for us to know these persons who are working in your area, in your constituency. The constituency can be District 33, District 30, District 40, wherever it is. But these are the persons who you want to go to. These are the persons who you need to keep in contact with, not their assistants. Like they tried to throw me off on some assistants yesterday while I was there, wasting my goddamn time. For real. No, for them, money is time, you know. But for you, it's a waste of time. Housing reform, ladies and gentlemen. These are some stuff that we need to pay attention to. Prison conditions. It's so funny how I did an interview sometime last year, early last year I think, with an inmate from prison. He actually called me from prison. And his complaint while I was doing the interview was about the conditions of the prison. And I'm saying to this individual, and I wasn't even sitting down on my lip when I was talking to him. I said, what did you expect? You expected to get the Ritz-Carlton treatment? They're going to make it that way for you. However, there's no law that governs that the condition should be at the Ritz-Carlton. You're going to get the old Gaza treatment while you're in there. However, I understand his cry. The bathroom, the conduct, there are human beings. There's not animal that has been locked up in there. So for the prison condition reform, ladies and gentlemen, budget items. Now, Florida prison reform, to help returning citizens better cope with returning to the community, the Florida legislature should authorize the Florida Department of Correction to create more meaningful work opportunities, increases access to computers, expand educational programs, improve current vocational training, provides mental health counseling, keep their families close for support, and treat individuals with drug abuse so they can get HELP help. Now, that's the prison condition reform, ladies and gentlemen, that they're working on. Oh my. My. Now, I would support that, ladies and gentlemen, all right? To help returning citizens better cope with returning to the communities, yes. And it starts from inside of the prison. If you do them of the last year or two, then you start to exercise these things and put this program in place. And let's pass this bill, man. Further legislation should authorize the Florida Department of Corrections to create more meaningful work opportunities. It's not that there are not work opportunities, but create more meaningful work opportunities, because when them come out, it's not only pushing a cat or weeding out or doing lawn is the only thing that is there for them to do, because they were incarcerated. Society make it look so, because that's what it is. That's the only thing left narrowed down to them can do, because of the stigma that's come with them name after them leave. For real. Now, increase access to computers, expand educational programs, improve current vocational, ladies and gentlemen, training. Vocational training consists of some hands-on things like mechanic, welding, you know what I mean, engineering, stuff like that. Those are what the vocational training them consists of. Now, provides mental, this is a serious one now, provides mental health counseling. Very important, because you can go in a prison scene and come out insane, you know, because it's not a lifestyle that you're accustomed to, you know. And remember, this is how one can go insane. For real. Now, also, keeping their family close to support and treat individuals with drug abuse so they can get HELP help, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the list goes on, you know. Housing reform, ladies and gentlemen, so when people come out, them can actually be upstanding citizens for put themselves in a position to get house. Because a man can lock up for years and him father dead left some money for him, so when him come out, him can get on him foot. But him can't do nothing, because this is a cloud over here or her head. For real. And these things happen. Now, legislation would have to do something about that, ladies and gentlemen, and they need to do something real fast. Now, Condition aging inmate release, ladies and gentlemen. There should be a condition with that. People who have certain age, don't make them die of old age in a prison, man. Lord Jesus, man. Come on, man. You talk about them never have no humane thing about them, and the act that they committed, the crime that they committed was so gruesome that this person need to be locked away for life. However, based on his good behavior and the fact that he or she has been rehabilitated, you know, we see the need that him can come outside. Now, some of them come out and they have no left from right. Honestly. So we need to get back into conditioning aging inmates release, ladies and gentlemen, and how we can get these people back out and at least enjoy the remaining days of their lives. For real. Drug sentencing reform, another big one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but time are not allowing us to go through this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this lessen the sentence of certain drug offenses by prohibiting the imprisonment of longer than a year for persons who possess or purchase a specific amount of controlled substance, and authorize the count to impose a sentence less than the mandatory minimum. What do you think about that? I think they should look into that. I would support that reform. There's so much here. All these are on the table of your senators and your representatives, ladies and gentlemen. All these that you see I'm going through here are on their desk. Why aren't we seeing results? The year consists of 365 days, 366, and you tell me we can't see no result from this. Seriously? We are to do better than that, ladies and gentlemen. For real. Now, honestly, the list goes on and on and on, and of course, there was a summary that we have here, and I want to once again thank our good friends over there at Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so very much. I see that you guys are putting in the work. Now, there's a list here of the Florida Senate and representative, and some of the stuff that they do, where they are, how you can locate them, and if you're ever in the capital, who to ask for, where to ask for them, and there are some numbers that are associated, bills that has been put in through the pipeline and so forth. We have a template, a booklet of all that I'm actually going through, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going through this as we speak, and I'm going to do this on my spare time. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for lending me your ears for a little bit. And this is not a venting session. This is a session that it's a wake-up session for you guys to wake up and understand and realize what's going on in your circle, in your community, and understand that there are methods and means and ways for us to make change without even getting violent. We need to approach these representatives that we have in order to get changes. And it doesn't start at the Capitol. It starts right here in your backyard with your council and your mayors and all the councilmen and all these people. All right? So let us start there, ladies and gentlemen. Let us approach these persons, sit them down in our meeting and talk with them, because we need to have a conversation. We need to have a open dialogue with these persons who are governing here. So we know that let them take it from us here and take it there. And if we don't see any changes, then they down here know that we won't be voting you and putting you back in the seat next year and next voting season, for real. So let us do that and be proactive on that, all right? With that being said, thanks to Taco Wings and Things for providing us with today's lunch, providing us with today's information as well. They are a proud sponsor of the Lunch with TC show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, they are located at 5567 West Oakland Park Boulevard in the city of Lauderhill. Their number is 754-779-7866. Again, that's 754-779-7866. Get in touch with Taco Wings and Things, and trust me, the menu is off the Richter scale. You will not break into your budget if you stop there and order a lunch special. Believe me, you feel like you're just giving a gratuity. That's how cheap it is. And if you want to get even cheaper, just mention that you heard it right here on Flexx FM, the only station that matters. As for me, I'm going to bounce support you, ladies and gentlemen. You know tired? No, seriously, you know tired? I got 48 now, no sleep. Tired, for real. However, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you here tomorrow. And have yourself a wonderful Tuesday. There's so many shows in the pipeline. The Miss Pretty J show with Dapper D coming up later on tonight at 8. You call it the New Vibe Show. But with that being said, we're going to leave you with a show that Nikki Blaze did last week, Saturday. I want you all to go to flexfm.online right now. I'm pretty sure it's about a young lady whose son was shot and killed on New Year's Eve heading into New Year's Day. And the hustle that she went through to even get the body of her son to bury him. Not only that, how the parole officer still a call her even after the man dead and buried. It's going to be a very interesting show, ladies and gentlemen. So just go over now to flexfm.online and watch this show. I urge you, it's very important that you watch this show. So I am going over there now, so I'm going to be waiting for you over there, flexfm.online, all right? In the meantime, let's pay some respect to our sponsors, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great, great day.
Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things. Come here and you will like it. If you don't want it, then don't buy it. So much options, don't fight it. Pick all you want, we don't mind it. We're all kind, we all grind. The best restaurant that will change your mind. You will love us, you will come back for more. Our food will have you running through that door. Look, taco wings and things is the best, and no time will be better than the rest. We're not shy, we spend time with our guests. I thank God, I feel like we're blessed. Look, taco wings, taco wings, taco wings. Taco wings and things.